Hello.
Hi.
What is this?
I don't know.
What do you think it is?
Things.
Can't you work it out by reading it? It's got info on it.
David Peterson.
Shh! Don't tell my name! People will know!
They already know that.
Oh yeah, they might.
Sound bag.
Yes! I thought you liked a bag. It's a handbag! For you!
A bag. Never mind.
So yes, I'm quite excited. I bought this off a guy in Australia on one of the Facebook groups. Because yeah, eBay is not the only place you can buy stuff from secondhand. There are also Facebook groups. And yeah, I bought this from him. I'm very, very pleased. I'm pretty excited because...
So it's the empty one, right?
Yeah. Why did you not send it with a recorder and wireless and batteries already in it? Oh, such a disappointment. Took it out first. Ah, I joke. Anyway.
What are
Yes,
they?
so nice. So fancy. I'm very, very, very excited by this. Anyway, because yeah, I have a few bags already, but they just... None of them quite was like the perfect Goldilocks bag. They just fit me just right. And, no, it's just because none of them are fashionable enough. That's why I got this one. No, so the bags I have already is, there's a satchel bag that's the one that came with one of the Tascam DR680s I bought ages ago when I was starting out. And then I also have a petrol bag that I purchased... Petrol, not as in the gasoline. It was a brand. That got brought out by Satchela? Oh no, actually, it was not a Satchela one, my other one, but the Tascam. It's a Porter Brace bag, I think, from memory now, actually. My bad. And, oh, it's a small piece of paper.
It's a note, I guess.
What?
Read it. Does it make any sense?
To stand in your... without pulling to your... stand in your arms with...
Does that make any sense, or is...
It's kind of like half of a poem or something, and it says the same thing on both sides. I think that's just in there by accident. So yeah, won't go reading any more of that out. So yeah, anyway, I was saying, so then the other bag I have is the petrol bag, and petrol got bought out by Satchela, I think. So all their bags got rebranded as Satchel bags, and so you can get the exact same bag now as the one I've got. But it does mean that at the time they're selling off the petrol bags really cheap because they're getting rid of that old stock. I didn't actually buy it new on sale though. I bought it second hand, and it was even cheaper. I guess because the seller looked at how cheap they were online, and it just the current new prices, which was a sale that they're on to be got rid of. And so yeah, I got that bag really cheap, and I was using it with my Sound Devices 552 that I'm now using down there and sending the AKG blue line into. So yeah, so I got that bag, but then of course when I bought my Zoom F4, I wanted a bag that was kind of specially designed for the F4. And so I thought I'd go with the new bag that Zoom launched when the F4 came out, because Zoom had also launched a special bag for the F8 when that came out. And I just thought that F8 bag was just way too big. It didn't seem reasonable. But it seemed like they improved stuff with the F4 bag. Not only did it seem to be like a better size, I think, namely smaller, I also thought they improved other stuff by, for instance, having zips on the bottom of the bag so that you could then access the SD cards out easily without sort of having to rip everything apart, disassembling the bag. And yeah, there were some other small things they improved from the F4 to the F8 bag. But yeah, basically I think that the F4 bag is better than the F8. In fact, even if I owned an F8, I would have probably got the F4 bag for it, I think. So yeah, I've been really, really, really happy with that bag from Zoom until I got my harness. I've got this big heavy duty harness, and then I'm realizing, oh, swear word, something, very upset, because I attached the harness to the top points here, But then there are no mounting points. So you can see they've got mounting points here. There are no mounting points there on the Zoom F4 bag. And I'm just like, what? What? And so without having these, you're not able to sort of have... Oh, second attempt at setting up. Without having those there, we can't sort of properly make the weight of the bag sort of sit properly on your hips, rather than sort of getting all that load supported in your back. And so yeah, it was just annoying that the harness didn't have the place to mount it on the Zoom F4 bag. So Zoom, if you're ever listening, not that I think Zoom would be watching my channel, but hi, please bring out a revised, updated edition of your F4 bag. It just really was missing that one feature. Plus also, I was kind of feeling that maybe I was a little bit outgrowing the bag. And I was having scenarios where I have so much, like yesterday, for instance, I was running 6 wireless at once. And like my Electrosonics wireless in particular, I've got the that's really bulky receivers. I really want to get one of the SR series from Electrosonics, say the smaller, and it's a dual channel receiver. Anyway, one of these days. Anyway, so yeah, it really just sort of made my bag a bit cramped. So I was kind of thinking maybe I should consider a bigger bag, but not like the F8 bag. For one thing, it doesn't have the harness points, and not that much big. I didn't really want a really massive bag just to be lugging around. I just wanted something a little bit bigger. And by doing sort of all my research, I thought not only this meets my main criteria of being just a little bit bigger bag, while still being a fairly small compact bag, and having the compatibility with my harness to properly make that weight sit on my hips and not stress out the back, which is where it should not be going, the weight. And
Why
it's
do
not
have a metal frame?
and it's not just, yes, this is psychic. You're predicting exactly my next point. It's not just it hits my main point sticking off. It's just got a bunch of other little small refined features that just generally make it a better bag than the Zoom bag is. Stuff like it's got a solid metal frame here, so that what is in there is kept really safe. Because you might have very expensive stuff you're carrying around there. So that extra rigidity is a good thing. And this also, like the F4 bag and the F8 bag lacks, has got the option to access your stuff down in there. And you can see you can pull out stuff like this. So if you want your receivers or your recorder to just sit a bit higher in the bag, you can pop this in. Or, yeah, you can bonk people over the head. Let's have a fight with these. Much safer than having a scissor fight, hey? Anyway, but then of course if your one's a bit bigger or deeper and you don't need it to sit up so high, you can move this out. That sounds really irritating. What is... And of course there's some stuff I'm not even sure what they are, but I will work it out. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a manual. Oh, actually I can guess what these are. It's got the word lift, ORCA lift. ORCA not because it's a sea animal, but rather because that's
It's a killing whale.
That's the brand name of the bag, which I probably should start off with.
I love
Hi, these are ORCA bags, and they've got a really good reputation, so they're quite popular. So yeah, I saw another friend of mine who runs the F8. He's got one of these bags from ORCA, but it's the ORCA, maybe ORCA 32. I just was looking at it and I was going, man, that thing is way too big. I don't want that big. I've yet to actually use it on a shoot, but my hope is that I think this is a perfect size. It's both, small but big enough. Yeah, so I'm guessing these are, because it says ORCA lift on it, I guess this will probably sit in my bag like this, and that way you can sort of have things sit on top, just raise it a bit higher, and then you can run cables in underneath. So they're basically doing the same job as this, of having it sit high, but you can, of course, Velcro there allows you to choose how high you want it to be, and it gives you space underneath for cable runs. So that'll be a very good thing indeed. Yeah, because like, with my Electrosonics, they have the XLR output plug on the bottom. And so normally when I plug in an XLR cable, it's just awkward because I don't want that sharp bend. So I'm going to buy some wide angled. I'm actually getting some what are they called? The not flathead, the low profile XLR connectors on the bottom running out into my recorder. So yeah, but if you had this, you could lift the transmitter up, receiver up higher. You'd have space so that even if it was a straight XLR connection, it wouldn't be getting too kinked. Anyway, I'm sure I'll find uses for it. Topic of receivers, you can see how it's got this stretchy Velcro there, so you will slide in the transmitter and just sort of kept hold in place there. It actually looks like it might be a little bit small for my ones. So if you've got like a, say a 411 or whatever, ultrasonics or other ones of that kind of size, maybe that won't be too big, or maybe it does stretch out enough so it will fit in. Anyway, this internal part can be removed, Velcro, so yeah, you can see you can basically just sort of, see? So that sort of helps keep separated. Oh yeah, you got Velcro bits on that side too. Oh yeah, these are much looser on that side than this side. Oh yeah, you could literally reverse this the other way around. So if you're just wanting to like clip on some G3s, you could use this side. If you're wanting sort of like a bigger one, you could like the SR receiver signature size, you could use this size. Oh, it's kind of a handy feature. But yeah, you're able to take this out, so this means you can choose like where you want to put it in. If it's down here or that side, you can sort of change how much space you allocate into each side. Or if you're putting in like some really big thing or whatever, you can get rid of it completely. So yeah, basically this bag gives a lot of versatility with, this is what this would stick to, so that can come out too. Man, you really have lots of fun sort of playing around with it in size. And oh yeah, these straps there, I forgot what those straps are for. Oh yeah, I remember one thing I kind of wish this because I picked it up second hand, it was kind of the older version of the ORCA. Man, I should remember which one it was. Is it ORCA 28, I think? It will say somewhere here. Anyway, man, do not know where it says which one it is. I'll have it in the heading of the video exactly which one it is. Anyway, the newer version of this, from memory, I think you're able to zip this front pouch off completely and then replace it with just kind of like a covering here. So if you wanted to make this smaller, even smaller than that, you could get rid of all of this. It's like, that's a really cool feature. And you could also put on like a bigger pouch. So yeah, I just thought that was a really nice one. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're thinking about buying one of these, I think that's a really cool feature if you get the newest, latest model. And see how these things can slide off? So if you don't need them on a shoot, you can just, there's two factors to this. You've got to clip it and rotate it round like that so it comes out. So it's pretty much impossible to come off. And this is what you put your receiver, your wireless receiver in. And so you can carry each of your wireless receivers here. So you could really fit in quite a lot of wireless receivers. I mean, like, you could definitely max out an F8 or mix pre-10 or in this bag. Which I do wonder if a mix pre-10T would fit in this, because the mix pre-10T is quite long. I am thinking about getting it one day. But it fits the F4. But yeah, if you get a different recorder, there's a good chance you need to get a different bag as well. Anyway, so what am I saying? So these things pop out. This comes with just like the normal over-the-shoulder harness. Yeah, that looks nice and soft. Great. But sorry, over-the-shoulder strap, not harness. But yeah, I'm going to take this off because I will want a harness instead. But sometimes, if you're taking it on and off really quickly a lot during the day, this would be better than a harness. So the harness can just take a little bit longer to get in and out. But generally, for a long day, a harness will be more comfy. I don't know what this is. It's a strap on the inside. What do you think that is? I can't even work out why it's there. So, what do you think of your new handbag? Are you going to take this out shopping? Is your new handbag?
Am I crazy?
Are you crazy? Am I allowed to answer that? Honestly? And so this goes on the top. I mean, this is pretty common with bags. My F4 bag and all my bags have this. So if it's raining, you don't want your valuables getting wet, you put this on, but then again, you don't want to carry it around, you can take that off. Oh yeah, this is a really good feature about this bag. Check it out. We can really get it down naked to its skeleton. You can unzip down the sides, pull out the Velcro, and boom! Ugh.
You're totally stupid.
Yep. Look at that. So you can really see that sort of metal frame I was talking about before.
So naked.
And yeah, check that out. So the really good thing about this design is that it really allows you to get inside into your bag very easily. If you want to sort of, you know, change how the wires and cablings is going through your bag, or swap out some batteries.
I think you should clean it.
Yeah, I mean it's a second-hand item, and of course Velcro, you expect sticky stuff to
disgusting.
To stick to things.
It's really disgusting.
Yeah, I think there's a cable.
Probably some poor
high.
insects.
Oh, look,
trapped.
it's a little cable tie here.
Oh.
No insects, should hope not. It'd be a biohazard coming to New Zealand.
Oh, you may.
But cool. So, oh, you can even unclip these handles. So you can carry it around like this, which is good if you remove the harness. But yeah, if you don't want these handles, you can just remove them just like that. Slide it out, it sort of unclips. And maybe I shouldn't do that. Looks like it was a bit of a trick to get in. But yeah, I guess this shows you one of the benefits of some of these higher end bags is they can just be very, very customizable to your unique needs, which is a good thing, because you know you spend a lot of time with your bag. You really want it to make your day easier, so you're working with it and not fighting against it. But yeah, I will be discovering soon what all of these extra pockets are. And see, of course, this is a good thing, so you can unzip this, so if you wanted to run a cable out to the camera like I'm doing at the moment, or if you got a wireless sitting here on the outside, you know, you can send the cables in that way. That's nice. Oh yeah, see, there's another design here, so you got double zips, so you can basically pick any place to have a hole coming out like there.
Okay, just one question. One question. Is it possible you can assemble them back?
You don't want all the mess in the bed, hey?
Exactly.
Fine. Oh, I forgot about what this is. This is a cool feature for memory that you use to put your burn pole through here, and you tighten it up so you can just, you know, rather than holding the burn pole in your hand, you can attach it to the bag like that. Anyway, I'm sure there are more things I'm going to figure out and find out about the bag as I look into it some more. I should probably say that's enough.
Assemble them back, please. Thank
nope,
you.
Nope. I don't want those things. I just want this. This is a perfect setup for me how it is. Goodbye.